1 minute. Hit them hard. This is amazing. Seconds. Fight on. You gained the lead.
I'll say this. I like the sight on it. I don't care for Ambitious Assassin. I don't understand why there's a perk on that gun. But I do like the sight. I like the range. Stability is okay. It's like you're probably better off with the Swift Ride if you want a gun that feels like that. Or the Swift Ride or the Last Perdition. They both have better perks, but that one does have better range than both of them.
I could not ask for a better victory.
I would definitely try it out. It's not a bad gun in Crucible. Like I said, the sight's really nice. But if you try it out in Crucible and you don't like it, then break it down and get your Masterwork core off of it.
Marvelous.
I do like the gun, but my personal suggestion is if you like that kind of gun, is that you're better off with the Swift Ride. The Swift Ride is the best one of that archetype, of that type. Yep. Because the Swift Ride is basically the same gun, only it's got better stability, and instead of having Ambitious Assassin, it's got Head Seeker. So instead of doing 69 to the head with each burst, with Head Seeker it does 75 to the head with each burst. So it's like, yeah, it's really nice. You want to come play Crucible, or what are you doing? So I think the positive outlook is hands down the best gun in the game right now. Well, I mean, you know, you can enjoy different guns, just like I enjoy all kinds of guns. But I'm saying, like right now, the positive outlook is the most dominant gun, by far the most dominant gun. Yeah, it's just with Kill Clip active, it's so deadly that it just melts all the way across the map. And I've been using it with armor piercing rounds instead of the accurized, and the reason is because like rounds cause extra damage to shields and they over penetrate targets, meaning that if they're standing right in front of each other, it's going to go through one guy and get the other guy. Well, I wish there was some way to like put a different sight on a different gun. I mean, I think that like you would have a selection, like say you had a Suros gun, like a Hawksaw, you could only get the Suros sights. But yeah, it was a random roll of those Suros sights, and just like you had a Hake gun, you were going to roll one of the Hake sights. So I think it was limited to the sights that were available on that gun. But yeah, I mean now some of these guns, like you'll notice with an impromptu, it's got a nice hollow sight, then it's got that nice post sight, but then after that, I mean, it's okay, and I see what they're trying to do. The way they did it on this game instead is like they offer you the Swift Ride, the Last Perdition, the Impromptu, and the Cadenza. So what you got is 4 different versions of the same gun and they all have different perks. So that's your random rolls. You see what I'm saying? So like it's the same gun, it's just you got 4 different possible rolls, and so it's kind of the same thing, but it's just like there's no god roll out there that's just like game breaking. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I don't really dislike it. I don't think that's the problem with the game right now. I think the problem with the game is one, the Night Stalker's invisibility. 2, sidearms and SMGs are still too dominant. And then 3, the spawns. Actually, the spawns number 1. And other than that, though, they did a pretty good job by nerfing the pulse grenades. They did a pretty good job by nerfing high cal on the scouts and autos. They still need to buff pulse rifles a little bit and maybe buff the hand cannons. But I think they already kind of did buff the hand cannons a little bit. So maybe just buff the pulse rifles and we'll be good.
Defeating an opponent drops their crest. That's your
But
cue to
I don't
take
know
it.
whether we'll actually see that or not. I highly doubt it, to be honest with you. Yeah.
I love it. They've taken the lead. You can turn this tide.
Bro, come on, somebody else on my team shoot at me, fucking cocksuckers. Together as one. I love it. Five minutes. Yeah, I like the West of Sunfall 7. Really enjoyed that one.
Good. Show your enemy what a real fight looks like. You made that look easy, Warlock.
Yeah, I really enjoy that gun in Crucible.